All right, so while enols do have some reactions they can do, they're just not as useful because they're just not nucleophilic enough. The way that we can make them more nucleophilic is to deprotonate them, and then we call that an enolate. So an enolate is just a deprotonated enol, right? So if we have some kind of carbonyl with a alpha hydrogen, we can add some sort of base to it and do our deprotonation. And again, the reason that this works out well is because we have resonance structures here. And again, because this is an acidic proton. Note that all of this stuff is in resonance. In the future videos, I may or may not use resonance arrow, or not resonance arrows, equilibrium. Everything's in equilibrium here. I may or may not use equilibrium arrows, but still every single step is in equilibrium. In terms of where the nucleophilic component comes from, it's this carbon. This carbon is more nucleophilic. If you think about our trends in nucleophilicity, carbon is larger than oxygen, and so that helps it, is part of the reason at least why it's more nucleophilic. In terms of which resonance structure is more significant, it'd be the one on the right. Because we have the negative charge on the oxygen. So it's a little bit confusing, right? We're going to have the negative charge on the oxygen, but the green carbon is what's going to act as the nucleophile. If you really want to draw it this way, it does make it kind of a little bit more obvious that this is what's acting as the nucleophile. You're free to do that. I'm going to be drawing it this way. This is the way that's conventionally drawn because it is the more significant resonance contributor. But basically what we're going to look at in terms of these reactions is pretty much the same, just with some slight differences. We're going to have our enolate. It's going to reform its carbonyl, and then this pi bond is going to break and then attack some sort of electrophile. And again, the carbon that's nucleophilic is this alpha carbon, and so that's what's going to have the electrophile added onto it. If you really want to draw it with this resonance structure, you can. I'll be using this one though.